Welcome back, everybody, and today I'm just going to be doing a more in-depth review about the 7-Eleven inline ratchet that just came out, and I was lucky enough to get on pre-order, and then the Leatherman inline ratchet that just came into restock at the end of last month, just to get a little bit more details on how they compare and why one might be good for one person versus another. Enjoy! So just another quick back drag test. Come back out. This is going to be placing so I'm getting a little bit more screw completely off of the electrical box back on the way out. So maybe a little bit less back drag coming out until I get no engagement yet. Keep screwing in. I'd say we're not really getting switch over to the Leatherman. Any use of the ratchet. See how it performs. So nothing when it is this loose. Very, very similar. Oh, but until I'm already, it is picking up on the ratchet a little bit better. So a good quarter. Just like the testing showed, the back drag is a little bit less on the Leatherman. I don't think it can stand up to it is like butter. The same rigorous work of the 711L, but if you're trying to find something that is a little bit lighter and can do a little bit better of a finer detail work, then I would go with the Leatherman. But for me, I'm usually trying to do something stupid with my EDC because I was unprepared. So my vote still goes to the 711L. If you were to have a surge and something that didn't have the micro driver, you can 3D print a insert that will fit into your Leatherman. Now I've played with this one a little bit that I printed off of Thingiverse, and while it does work in a just in case situation, I would still say I believe Kristen Van Patten has a more refined micro bit driver insert for those who, with like the Surge and any other Leatherman, does not have a micro bit, but fits well. And I'm just going to remove and insert the screw on these glasses, and we'll see how well it does with back drag. Very delicate procedure. So it's loose enough to where I'm not getting any Yeah, and even going in, it's not until it gets fairly tight that the ratchet actually even kicks in. So a little bit too fine of a task for even the Leatherman. So it doesn't give me the highest of hopes for the 711L that already has shown a little bit more back drag, but we'll make sure that we're all the way in. Yeah, very quickly losing the ability to have the back drag. So neither one of these are billed as fine use ratchets, but just so you know, neither one of them really has an advantage in that category. So let's get this wrapped up, and what are my final thoughts on the two? Well, the breakdown by the numbers, you can see that the Leatherman and the 711L inline both have pretty good working arc swings, but you're getting a little bit more work done with the 711 inline, averaged out over 5, removing the worst and best one. The back drag is edged out by the Leatherman, but not nearly as much as I would have thought. Just to hand feel, it does feel like more than a 9 gram difference on the 711L from the best of the worst that I was able to see when doing the back drag test. That said, I did also have one area of the Leatherman test that I removed because I believe it is just my Leatherman bit driver where the dead spot was reaching 140 to 150 grams of back drag. I don't believe that happens with all Leathermans. It might just be a defect on mine. But either way, the Leatherman still beats out the 711L by just a little bit from the back drag. The eyeglass test, I am going to knock up as a draw because I don't think either one are particularly good at fine work. And then the Electrobox, I'm still going to give the slight edge to the Leatherman because it is just a little bit better with that back drag. There was a couple of tests that I didn't make it to, but I might try to get those out next week. I just wanted to get a video to you guys as soon as I could. The 711L is a fair bit heavier than the Leatherman. In fact, I don't think I actually showed you guys how much they weigh, so bear with me just a second and I'll get my scale back out so we can do that real quick while I'm closing. Both ratchets are fantastic and I think an excellent addition to your EDC. But I will say that if you plan on using it a little bit harder, I would go with the 711L. The more substantial and full metal build, to me, is going to last a lot longer than the Leatherman with the forward, back, and lock selector that is still made out of plastic. But the Leatherman is coming in at 36 grams, and the 711L, if I can get it to stay on there, is coming in at 69 grams. Nice. But, so quite a bit beefier, but also I think purposely built for a different use case. For my carry, I'm going to stick with the 711L. Was very excited to see that it was coming out. My brother is going to be getting my Leatherman ratchet because he has a tendency to do lighter work around the house. And then when they come out with the 711L, I'll probably give him one to use at his work as a plumber. But if you guys have any questions, comments, let me know down below. And if there's anything else that you guys would like to see me review, please add that to your comment. And watch out for another video either Monday or Tuesday of next week. Just kind of depends on what my schedule is like. And thanks for sticking around. See you next time.